This morning we got up and we had breakfast. We've had breakfast every morning in the buffet. I might have said it before in a video, I don't remember, but as a general rule, I don't do buffets at all.
Yeah, you said that yesterday.
Okay, I never do buffets. But this buffet is different because there is a person manning each station, and they are very closely, or a person or two, or more, and they're
watching each station.
They're very closely monitoring the condition, how fresh the food is, to make sure that everything stays clean and neat. And
I've seen them go out and wipe off the counters around and everything.
So this is not your traditional buffet. No. This is not the Golden Corral.
Well, Golden Corral last time I went wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
It didn't have somebody watching over each thing.
Exactly. So it can tend to get a little messy. Whereas this, it stays really nice. So we had breakfast, and then after breakfast, we went and did a word search.
A word find, yeah.
A word find, and somebody did it in like.
It was fast.
It was like he had done it before.
It was like 8 minutes or so.
It was crazy.
8 or 9 minutes.
And I don't really think that. I'm just teasing. But he was really fast. But it's kind of hard, honestly, to do a word search when you have 3 people and there's one piece of paper and you're all trying to look for something. It's kind of hard. And but we had a good time doing that. And then right after that, they had a trivia.
Just general knowledge trivia.
So that was all different types of questions. Yeah. And so we stayed for that.
We didn't win that either.
No, we don't win anything.
We don't win anything. But it's fun doing them.
Yeah, to me, winning is not important at all. I just enjoy getting to participate.
I do have to say, though, the word find and the trivia was not as fun as the name that tune or the visual trivia and stuff. I like those better.
Right.
That's more my brain power. Instead of all this, like, what does this weird word mean? And it's like, well, I don't know. So, yeah.
So then after that, I
think we came back to the room and got ready.
We came back to the room.
Ashley came back to the room and then we walked.
I like to walk around the walking track, and it's really nice. And we were actually getting close to St. Thomas, the island of St. Thomas, as we were walking. So it was really cool walking around and getting to see the islands come into.
Yeah, we'd go around one time and it would be here, and we'd go around again and it would be like here.
Right.
It was
so
cool.
It was really nice to get to see that as we walked.
I'm seeing more people down there as the time goes on too.
Yes.
Not necessarily. Well, there are more people definitely walking and running, but also just more people have found like the little game room and
places to get away.
Yeah, to sit and away from everybody else. It's kind of cool down there because the breeze is going good. Also, people sitting and watching out the back of the ship. So
in deck chairs.
Yeah, there's just more people figuring out places on the ship. So it's kind of cool. Yeah.
Yes. So after we walked for probably an hour, we came back to the room and then we got ready to go. So for St. Thomas, we knew that we had paid for an excursion.
Like Discover St. Thomas and Megan Bay or something like that.
So that was our excursion. So there's many that you can choose from.
Oh yeah, there's tons of them.
And so for this one in particular, do you remember how much it cost?
I don't.
Okay.
I thought I had the cost on the paper, but I didn't.
That's okay, because at the end of all the videos.
Yeah, we do a wrap up. Once we get home, we do a wrap up.
Yes, and we will tell you how much all these excursions cost. So we'll tell you whether we thought it was worth it, whether we would do it again, whether we would recommend it, and then we'll tell you how much it cost. For this one in particular, we knew that we were going to be at Megan's Bay, so we needed to wear a bathing suit if you knew you were going to get in the water. And so I wore my bathing suit under a loose-fitting blouse. So it's very loose-fitting, and then shorts.
Yep. Couldn't you tell it was a bathing suit on?
No.
It was like you had one of those one-piece underwear on underneath of it, like a onesie.
Right. And so Ashley wore her bikini, and she wore a t-shirt and shorts, and then I
wore just swim trunks and a shirt.
Yes. So we got dressed and we went. You go down. They tell you where to meet if you're going to do an excursion. They tell you where to meet on the ship.
On the tickets.
And so we went down there. We met with our group, and then you leave the boat, the ship. You leave the ship with your group.
Ours is the biggest group because I think more people wanted to do that tour than
Right.
anything. The other groups were kind of small compared to ours.
You don't need a passport, but you are supposed
Not for St. Thomas.
You're supposed to have a valid driver's license, although nobody ever checked for a photo ID.
It was optional. So as long as you had your CPAS card, you were fine.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
it's an American territory, it's a Virgin
Okay.
Islands, so you were fine. The deal is if something happened to your CPAS, there was no way for them to verify your ID if you
Okay.
didn't have your driver's license. So,
Okay.
so as long as you had your CPAS, it's your room card is what it is. As long as you had that, you were fine. You could get back on. You never had to show anything. But now my understanding is the next place you may need your passport because it's not a U.S. territory.
The next place we're gonna
Yeah.
go tomorrow.
Yeah, it's St. Mark.
So we basically we got there. We got to St. Thomas, and we left with our group.
We got a tour. We got pamphlets. That's why we kind of looked down.
Yeah, we have pamphlets, and so we got on it was basically
They called it a taxi.
Uh-huh.
But it was really a pickup truck with something bolted on the back of it that had seats on.
Yes, that's what it was.
Like bench seats,
It reminded me a lot of a type of thing that we got in when we went to the Jurassic Park tour in Hawaii.
Or it's like, it's not as nice, but it's kind of like the Disney Safari ride.
Yeah, it's that kind
It's
of
like
truck.
a truck with just bench seats behind the truck.
Yeah. And
it was not a bad ride. It was kind of wild and crazy. It's kind of like, what is that, Mr. Toad's
Wild Ride. You go, basically what we paid for was a trip up to the top of this mountain.
To Mountaintop.
And then
That's sort of what it's called.
Then you go back down the mountain and you go to the beach. That's what the tour.
But the Mountaintop is a lookout. You get to look out on Megan Bay and all these other islands. You can see all these different islands. And then there's a gift shop there too.
Right.
Really big gift shop and tons of stuff. But we only got half an hour to stay there,
That's
so you really
the
could
thing.
look around.
The thing is well, first of all, the way up. It's roads
It's turn.
Like I think in the video, if I kept it in the video, I said if you've ever seen Morocco, it curves like this,
Yeah.
or
Going up the mountain.
Or isn't San Francisco, or there's someplace in California
It's like
that's
switchbacks,
like
where it goes back on itself.
You're on the side of the cliff in this
Seems like it.
truck.
They do drive on the wrong side of the road. According to us, it's the wrong side.
They drive on the left-hand
opposite
side of the road.
road.
Yeah. And so you go to the top, and you get to the top, and like Kevin said, it's probably one of the biggest gift shops I've ever seen. But then he tells you, you have half an hour basically. And if you have to go to the bathroom, you got to go in that half hour.
Yeah,
If you
there
want
goes,
something,
there goes at least 5 minutes of it.
if you want something to drink,
there's 20 minutes of it.
if you want to go to the lookout point,
Yeah, there's a few minutes.
So honestly, the gift shop, I wish after traveling all this way, I wish we had gotten more time at the gift shop.
And there was excursions where you did.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, why didn't we do one
We
of
did
those?
the beach one.
We did the beach one.
Yeah.
So those didn't go to the beach. Oh, what did they do?
They went to some alcohol distillery.
Oh, okay.
There was you could go. I think all tours go to this gift shop because they probably all get kickbacks from the
I'm
gift shop.
sure, yeah.
But they all go to the mountaintop for the overlook, but then you go to different places. I'm pretty sure the one that stayed there longer, it's called Shopping and something Distillery or some winemaking or I don't know what, rum making or whatever.
Right.
You went to that place. So
Oh, okay.
There's just different ones. You just have to pick what's good for you. They don't really spell out how long you spend at any place though. They do kind of, but not really. So.
Well, I would have loved to have spent more time at the gift shop, although Ashley was able to get a gift for a friend, and I was able to buy a t-shirt.
Yep.
So I found a t-shirt that I really like, and I'm glad that I got it. Kevin did not want one. I did not get one for the grandkids because we didn't even look at the kids' shirts. They had them. We didn't even look at them.
We'll probably get them a cruise shirt.
Yeah, I'll probably get them. I will
From the
get them
show.
something. But I wish that we had had more time to look. They did have, you know me, I'm always looking for snacks and food and stuff like that. They did have like Tortuga rum cakes, which we've reviewed all of them on the channel. They were expensive though. They were more expensive here or there in St. Thomas than what I have paid. Usually I can find them at Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, someplace like that. And they're usually cheaper than you could get them right here.
Yeah, they're expensive. They sell on the ship too, but they're really expensive here too.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. So don't ever pay that much for one of those Tortuga rum cakes. If you have a TJ Maxx or Marshalls, Home Goods,
Yeah, take a look.
look to see if you can get them there. Yeah.
Heck, you can probably order on Amazon cheaper.
Don't they sell those at World Market too?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So yeah, I just would not pay a high price
really
for them.
expensive.
But
So once you leave the gift shop,
well, we did go to the Lookout, and
Yeah.
it was beautiful.
it was pretty.
It was
you
very,
took
very
some
beautiful.
video of that. So.
Yeah. But then yes, we left.
Yeah, left, went back down the mountain to Megan Bay.
Mhm.
Ashley, what did Ashley say? It took us 35 minutes to get up it and 10 minutes to get down it.
Yeah, we got down it. Yeah, we got down it pretty quick. Well, it seems to me, I was thinking he wanted to, if cars were coming. So some of the places, only one car could really go by at a time. So I'm thinking, in my mind, I would think I need to, while no cars are coming, I'm going to get these people as far down as I
Yeah.
can quickly
Yeah.
before I have to slow down again.
Well,
So
he was
that's-
also, I mean, it was basically a pickup truck.
Yeah.
So he was really having to gun at gas to get up these very, very steep hills too.
Yeah, but he
So
went,
I just don't think he could go as fast going up.
going
either.
up is going down.
So what do you think about Megan Bay?
Megan Bay was, I loved the view because
It's really pretty.
it's literally a bay.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
it's like
so-
you see the land coming out on both sides like this.
And so on both sides of the hill, you see, I don't know whether they're hotels, businesses,
Houses,
whatever they are, dotting the landscape on both sides. And you have some very just traditional colors, but then you do have people who have chosen to use some really vibrant, like
Pinks and blues.
neon green or pink or blue, and those really stand out. And it's beautiful. And then the sand is so soft.
It's very, very fine sand.
Mm-hmm.
It's like play sand you would buy for your sandbox for your kids or grandkids or whatever. It's really fine. It's actually maybe even finer than play sand almost.
Even out in the water, you're not stepping on any rock
No,
or
I didn't
shells.
step on one rock or shell. Up there.
No, it's just all sand, and it feels so good. You could take your toes and do like that, because it just feels
Yeah.
really, really
and it
good.
didn't have the vegetation floating around in the water like it did at Coco Cay.
No, but I also didn't see fish like
No.
at Coco Cay. You
Now,
saw.
somebody said they saw a few little turtles,
Oh, really?
but the turtles were like little bitty. They were like the size of quarters
Oh, my
or half
gosh.
dollars. Yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, they said, of course, they were snorkeling. You know, they had
Oh,
the goggles
okay.
because the water's not really clear
No.
here or. At
It's
Coco
not
Cay.
as clear here as it is in Hawaii.
Yeah, like Hawaii, I could see my feet at the bottom of the water.
Yeah,
and this is
it's not that clear
And
here.
no waves at all.
No,
It's
you're right.
smooth as can
It
be.
was completely smooth.
Yeah.
You didn't have to worry about waves at
No,
all.
I missed the waves.
Which was really, that's different. It's very, very different.
Of course, it makes it to where you don't have this shelf of sand to step off either. It's a gradual. You go in, you gradually walk down, and it slowly gets deeper and deeper and deeper as you go
Right.
out. So it's nice. It is really nice. I do miss the waves though.
We did not check out any towels from the ship. We actually brought 2 towels from home, not beach towels. These are the new,
Really thin towels.
yes. I actually bought 2 towels from home, and I don't know if they're even called towels, but they're,
They're really thin material.
yeah, so we took those.
But
And-
they one has like a slippery surface to it, and she literally picked it up and just shook it, and all the sand just fell off.
I'm sure there's a name for these,
Yeah.
but they're very popular right now. Yeah, she has the bag over there. I can't see the name of it though. But then, they do have a place to get drinks and food and stuff like that.
Including soda, if you just want soda.
Of course, you have to pay for that. But people were buying things to drink and things to eat. Ashley did go up there to get a drink at one point, and she said, gosh, the line's just so long. So she came back. And then after being on the beach for a while, we all got dressed and we went back, and we did end up getting something to drink. Mm-hmm. And the price wasn't bad. It definitely was not Disney prices. It was a cup. It was about this big.
Yeah.
And it was like $2.75 for just a regular Coke.
Yeah, I mean, they probably had all of 10 cents in it, but you know.
It was cheap. At least it wasn't an $8 drink or whatever from like Disney.
Yeah.
So
even their mixed drinks are pretty reasonably priced. So.
Yeah. So then we, after we got something to drink, we were, like I said, we had gotten dressed again, and we got back on the truck, and he brought us back to the ship, and on the way back, we saw 2 iguanas. Oh my goodness. They look like dragons. That's what they look like, miniature dragons.
Yeah, they were big.
They were really, really cool.
And one girl got down next to one to get her picture, and that thing went and looked at her.
Yeah, it did not want to be touched.
No. Well, it says do not feed them and do not touch them.
Oh, it said don't touch them? Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think you should touch them.
Bite you.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be bit by one of those. Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't know what they've got. You know, they could have some disease or something.
They could, yes. Oh,
I don't know what lizard diseases are, but I'm sure they might have something.
Yeah, you just don't know.
Yeah. They are wild.
So we could have gone in more gift shops. We could have shopped.
They had, most of them were though like jewelry and stuff like that.
Lots and lots of jewelry, mm-hmm. which I've told you before in other videos, we're not jewelry people. So we didn't go in any of those stores because that's all that it was. Now, had they had a market or a grocery store,
a gas station
close to the ship, I would have gone in there. But they did not. There was a store several blocks away I saw on the way back, but it was several blocks away and I wasn't going to walk down to get to it. And it was literally a grocery store. It probably would have been really cool to go inside there. But they didn't have anything like that I saw.
Yeah, they'd let you bring some things on board. They're really picky about what you bring back on board.
Oh, too. Yeah. If it's packaged, if it's with like packaged candy bars or packaged...
Like alcohol, you can't bring alcohol on board.
Yeah, you probably can't bring fruit back. I don't know. Yeah. But I know you can bring back things that are in a bag. Yeah. But there was just no place that I saw around here like that. So we came back to the ship and we changed clothes.
Got dressed. Went to eat. But we went to the buffet.
Yes.
Because one, they were having some things that not all of us really were interested in, and we were getting kind of late too. So. Yeah,
we really were short on time, mm-hmm. But
we could have made dinner for sure, but.
There are certain things that we were not interested in. There's certain you can order lots of different food. You can, but they feel really bad in there if they give you something and you don't like it.
Did you tell them about the?
I didn't tell them.
Tell them about the.
What happened was it was the night before. Ashley had ordered calamari
as an
appetizer.
Now note that you only get like 6 choices, and that seemed like the safest one.
Yeah. So Ashley got the calamari. She's had calamari before, and she liked it. This was prepared in a different way. It was much thicker, wasn't it?
Oh.
Mm-hmm. It was like actual tentacles.
Much thicker, and it was more rubbery.
Yeah. It was
because it was a bigger piece, and Ashley did not like it. So
I really tried though.
She tried, and so she did not want it. And our waiter came back by, who is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, we love him.
Yeah, he's a great person. And he said, "Did you not like it?" And Ashley said, "No, I didn't." Well, the next
Well, what?
thing.
No, he said, "Can I get you anything else? Is there any other?"
Yeah, and I was like,
appetizers?"
no, I'm good. I'll just wait for my main course.
Yeah.
And he said, I'll bring you some food.
I'll bring you some
food.
food. Well, listen. Ashley's like, oh no, what's he gonna bring back? Well, guess what? He brought back the worst thing he could bring back, which was a fruit cup. For Ashley, a fruit cup.
Yeah,
Ashley doesn't eat fruit. She doesn't eat fruit. And here's this whole fruit cup.
Grapes,
full of
pineapple,
watermelon, and strawberry pieces, and melon. There's
So now Ashley hasn't eaten one thing. He brings out something because he feels bad she's not eating, and now she feels bad because she doesn't want to eat what he felt bad about.
So guess what we had to do?
So me and Tammy are sitting there going, okay, he's not looking.
Every time his back was turned, we're grabbing this fruit,
Shoving fruit in our mouth.
so that it looks like Ashley's eating it, and really we're eating it so that he doesn't feel bad. But
now what's bad is when we go back in there and she goes, there's no appetizer I want, or I don't like this, or whatever, he's going to feel obligated to just bring her fruit.
he'll bring her a fruit cup, yeah.
And then we'll have to eat fruit.
And we'll have to eat fruit.
Not that I mind fruit, but you know.
But if you don't like something,
Now I feel like I can't send anything
they're
back.
going to question it, and then it makes you feel put on the spot that you have to eat something, even if you don't like it. And so
they're trying to do it for good reason, but it comes across as that now we have to stress about it.
yeah, we're stressed about it because we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So,
I'm sure some people would be like, screw them, just tell them you don't want it,
right.
and don't worry about it.
But we just don't like. We like them.
Yeah,
we
we really do
like
like
these
these really
people,
nice.
and we don't want to hurt their feelings. You know, our waiter is just a terrific person, and I wouldn't want to hurt his feelings for anything in the world. So that's why we decided tonight, besides running a little bit late, we decided we weren't going to eat in the dining room, and we ate in the buffet.
Mm-hmm.
And
Really good though.
it was really good. We enjoyed it.
I also didn't know that their buffet food changes every night. So they have standards like hot dogs, hamburgers, stuff, but they also have themed nights.
But then after we ate dinner, we went to a Name That Tune Disney,
Mm-hmm.
and that was a lot of fun.
A lot of people there.
Yes, they had it in it's called the Music
Hall.
Music Hall. And we had never been in there before.
It was nice. It was like a bar.
It's a really, really nice, pretty room. That was enjoyable, and I think mainly the teenagers were enjoying it more than the little kids.
Oh, that wasn't a teenager. She said she had kids. That's why she knew them all.
Oh, I thought that was a teenager. See, it was the girl behind me. I thought it was a teenager.
No, she said, "I've got kids. I know all these."
Yeah, and she was lit too.
And they were all they had their fill today.
Oh, see, I didn't realize
They
that.
got the drink package.
So every time they would play a song, they would start to just bellowing it out.
I didn't realize that.
Hilarious.
See, I thought it was teenagers and just enjoying themselves.
No, they're probably in their late 20s.
And then we went to
But we
show.
had to leave. Unfortunately, we had to leave that early.
A little early. We went to a show, and it's so far. I think it's the last show we're gonna see, isn't it?
No, we have two more.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, so far, this is Ashley's favorite show. It is called Intense, and there are 22, I think, women. It's a women-only show, and it's a water show. So it takes place outside at the Aqua Center
Aqua Theater.
And you don't want to sit in the first probably 3 rows.
Yeah, it says splash zone.
Yeah,
Looks like it's flash.
yeah, you will get wet.
They actually leave towels down there for you.
It's all water all the time. They're diving. High diving, like Dumbo at the circus. Okay, and
Splashing, kicking water. Yeah.
it was amazing.
It was amazing.
The beginning and the end, they really threw a lot of water.
They did.
Yeah.
And
The rest of the show was not quite as much throwing.
Well, there was one point where like 2 geysers were going up straight up. But I was watching them. They did these they would dive off and they would go off across these high wires and stuff like that. And I thought that zip line, I thought that zip line's nothing for these people. It would be, they wouldn't think anything of that zip line. It would be nothing, because they're literally diving off these high dives. I mean, they're as tall as the ship, and they're diving into this pool. That pool must go.
It's pretty deep when they drop the thing.
It must be very, very deep for it to be safe enough for them to dive into.
Well, and I'm a dingus, and I just don't understand. And so I thought they're standing at ankle deep water at first.
Yes.
And then they're without any visible change to a viewer. You look up, and she's on this high dive, and I'm like, oh my God, she's gonna break her neck. Like, ain't no way.
Right.
Apparently, the floor moves and the pool gets deeper.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I was concerned.
There's a movable grid that goes up and down.
And it was amazing. It was fantastic. Very, very loud, beady music. I'm just letting you all know things you need to know if you're flashing lights. But we really enjoyed it. One thing that just for us, it's the seating will hurt your bottom.
Yeah, it's a hard, flat seat.
Yes, I did like it. They do have backs on them, which is nice. But your bottom is going to get so sore sitting in these. It's like a metal bench.
Yeah, it's just flat. It's just a flat piece of
metal. It's like if you go to a softball game or whatever, you're sitting up at the bleachers. That's what it's like, except this had a back to it, and you just get sore. But it was a fantastic show. Mm-hmm. Really, really great. So that was it. It's been a very busy day. We got to see a lot of things. Got to do a lot of new things to us, but we had a lot of fun.
I'm just gonna put my shoes on real quick and go get a drink, a refill on a Coke. That's about it.
And that's it. So, once again, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, you can leave them below. I might not answer them under this video. If it's something that's a really good question, I'll save it for the wrap-up, and I'll try to include it in our wrap-up video and answer it at that time.
Yeah, because we'll talk about cost and things like that in the wrap-up.
In the wrap-up video, so. Yeah, so you can know how much this costs in case you're
So you don't have to ask about that kind of stuff, is why I say that.
Yeah, we will definitely give you cost of the excursion and things like that. Mm-hmm. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.